Welcome. Today we'll solve question 4 from SSC June 2004. Our question says a point P is 40 kilometers from Q on a bearing of 61 degrees. We are asked to calculate, correct to one decimal place, the distance of P, I, the north of Q, II, east of Q. Now let's solve this question. So in order to solve this question, we transform it into a diagram. Now let's say we have a point Q on this side, a point Q on this side, and let's say we have a point P. So we are told that the point Q to P is 40 kilometers apart. So we have length of 40 kilometers apart from P on a bearing of 61 degrees. So we have here to be 40 kilometers, and we know that from north to east is 90 degrees. So take out 61 from 90 degrees. We are left with, here is 9 and here is 2. So we have 29 degrees. So it implies that this angle here is 29 degrees. So our question asks us to find the distance of P north of Q. So we are moving north of Q to P. So moving north of Q to P, we move in this direction. To P, and this forms a right angle triangle. So we are looking for this distance. Let's call it x kilometer. So remember, to find x kilometers, we use the SOHCAHTOA rule. We know this side to be our hypotenuse. We know this side to be our opposite, and this side to be our adjacent. So we are looking for our adjacent. We are going to use CAH. So we know our CAH to be adjacent over hypotenuse, which is equal to x kilometer over our hypotenuse is 40 kilometers. It's given from the question, equal to cos 61 degrees. So to find x, we simply cross multiply. X kilometers is equal to 40 multiplied by cos 61 degrees. So we have our x to be equal to 40 multiplied by 0.4848. So we have our x to be equal to 19.392 kilometer. So we were asked to convert to one decimal place from our question. Hence we have the distance of P to the north of Q to be equal to x is equal to 19.4. Convert this to one decimal place. Since 9 is greater than 4, we convert it to 19.4 kilometers. So now we've gotten our adjacent, which is x to be 19.4 kilometer. So now we found out the north of Q. Now we want to find east of Q. So on our diagram, if we are moving east of Q, move this direction towards P. And this forms another right angle triangle. So now we'll call this angle y kilometer. Since we are looking for the distance of P east of Q, we call it y kilometer. So using SOHCAHTOA rule, we know here to be our hypotenuse, we know here to be our opposite, and we know here to be our adjacent. So we are going to use CAR in this case, and we know our CAR to be adjacent over hypotenuse, which is y over 40 kilometers. Here the angle is quite different because 29 degrees. So we'll have y to be equal to 40 multiplied by cos 29 degrees. So have y to be equal to 40 multiplied by 0.8746. Once you punch your calculator, that's what you get. And we have y to be equal to 34.984. To convert this to one decimal place, the distance of P to the east of Q is y is equal to 35.0 kilometer. So this is converted to one decimal place. We convert this to one decimal place since 9 is greater than 4. Take 1 to this side and we get 35.0 kilometers. Thank you for watching this video. On our next video, we'll solve question 5 on bearing and distance.